ferocity that we approached the loose ball out there. And it was 56 ground balls, and gosh, I loved the way we approached this game, the spirit of the game that we learned from the Native Americans, and we certainly emulated that today. The captains, Jack Walsh, this is his 5th year here. He hasn't played a lot because of injuries, and I was just joking. I felt like it was his first game. He gets 3 goals, and Ben Ware obviously getting his 2 goals and picking up all those ground balls. He's all over the place. And Noah Chismar picking up tough ground balls and doing what he does, and our team defense doesn't show up statistically as much. But what our captains have done has created a really unified force, probably the most unified team I've had in my 9 years here. Fewer superstars, and I miss those superstars for sure. But the cohesion and this indomitable spirit we're competing with is, I'm very grateful for.
Kyle started in the first half. Matt got the second. What motivated that decision?
They're so close. It's so close. Like when we rank our goalies, and we just we do it on Thursdays. Like, all right, this is going to dictate the depth chart dictates the playing chart. It's decimal point difference, and so it was somewhat planned, but we were always always want to feel it out.
Do you anticipate that being the plan moving forward?
We'll see. I mean, it could be. I feel comfortable with it. I know this coaches, hey, you gotta have one goal, you gotta pick on a goal. I'm fine. We'll go week to week for this.
Moving to the offensive end, sure, it was kind of the start today. What you kind of see from him?
Yeah, I mean, wow, he kept hitting the net or hitting the pipes. That guy, he flies around looking for space, and what an intensity. So, we recruited him more as a Dodger, but we're recognizing he's a heck of a finisher. And so all of his teammates realize if you want to get an assist, look for number 3.
And I just feel that new look attack with Millen and Colsey and how they all kind of played off each other. What'd you think?
Yeah, I thought it was a decent first day. We got a lot of shots, and I thought we didn't bury enough of them. 69 shots. And that's a ridiculous number. Give their goalie credit. Holy cow, he made some saves. But I thought in the first half, we left a bunch out there. And that's the attack. Those 3 guys need to put the ball in the goal at a higher rate. And, obviously Truitt had a great day, but I thought the other 2, and then we brought in Menke, and I think we could finish better.
Huge day on the offensive end. What went well scheme-wise for you guys?
Yeah, Coach Cassis did a fantastic job. Judd Lattimore, their assistant coach for the Colgate Red Raiders, he puts in a backer zone. It's unique. We don't see it too much. Give Coach Cassis a ton of credit. He had, we did have a couple extra weeks because it's the first game of the season, so we had about 2 weeks to get ready for it. And Coach Cassis had some really good ball motion, and then the really hard cutters inside, and that's where Truitt was doing a lot of his business, right? Cutting in there, McCabe was looking for him. But I really liked, how Coach Cassis, and again, Coach Cassis is a Patriot League head coach for 16 years, so he's seen Coach Lattimore a few times.
What do you think of the face-off spot, 19 of 30 wins, I believe?
Yeah, it was I didn't like the way the third quarter started, but it's Gabriel and Ware, and we had a better day than we had in the first 2 scrimmages, that's for sure. We were nervous after the first 2 scrimmage dates that we coming into this first game, and so Anthony Gabriel gave us a lot there, and it was fun to see some other guys, and Greenspan, first time playing for Virginia, got us a few there too. So that was a big positive, especially because Colgate's got 2 poles. They got a long stick meat on each wing, ready to chop you and beat you, and we dealt well with that pressure.
Shorties seemed to play well. Willsburg guys were tough in there. Young guys stepping up. What'd you think?
Yeah, I was just thinking about those face-off wings. Willsburg, how many times he's just a big, thick body, and he's getting banged and chunked. He gets through a triple team that one time. Yeah, I mean that was, I was really, really excited about the way Willsburg and Mac Till played on that defense. Yeah, and the middle of the field getting those ground balls. I mean, 56 ground balls. That was, again, the spirit of this game. The indigenous roots of this game. It's all about possession, and we demonstrate that today.
And looking at the defensive end, you guys really rotated the defense, it seemed like.
Yeah.
And Luke Hublit's in. What does that kind of say about your depth on the defensive side?
It's exciting because we have this incredible amount of veteran leadership back. George Fulton runs the defense. John Schroeder, Griffin Kaloji, Ben Ware, all these guys who've been here a long time. But you got Luke Hublitz and Tommy Snyder. They're just, and in practice, they're playing at such a high level. And so I said, you've earned it. And so rotating them in is a part of something we're going to do, and so that they are ready when these guys all graduate after this year, except for Schroeder. But I don't know if I've ever had this much parity. Now, part of it you could say, well, because you don't have the superstars, but this middle is higher than the last couple of years. And the competition of practice is wonderful to witness.
Just thinking about next game against Richmond, how do you just plan to take this energy with the 10-point win heading into that game, or maybe some things that you want to look to clean up?
Yeah, well, it's going to be a very different opponent. Richmond will be much more 66 man-to-man. You got to earn your matchup, and then there's going to be slides and rotations. And so, whereas Colgate wanted to play this fast and furious, 60 minutes of full court press with their 10-man ride, and we like that. We're excited to run up and down the field with you, and that's why you see 69 shots. We have to shift now to an opponent that's going to say, hey, can we make this a little bit more of a 66 half-field chess match? And so that's where we're certainly going to have to work on that. That'll be different this week.
How would you evaluate how you guys did in the ride and the clears?
I was really happy with the ride in the first half. All the extra, possessions we got back, especially in our first quarter. You get those extra shots and build start scoring the goals we did. I was not happy with our clear. We knew we'd get a 10-man ride out of them, and sure, 10-man rides are for the month of February where it's cold, it's wet, you're still kind of feeling the season out, and we got exposed there. So we got to be better. Obviously Ben Ware stuck that open net, and we took another couple of shots with the other. We can be better in our clearing.
And then anything to report on Terenzi? I know he went out at the second half. Anything about him with his injury?
Yeah, it's a day-to-day thing. I was glad he got some minutes today, and we'll see how he feels. But yeah, there's a little something there, so we'll figure that out.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
This guy's shaking.
Oh, yeah.